Okay. Okay. We are here. We are live. We are ready to go. So, we have two drivers joining in during qualifying, but we are here for what will be a crazy race, to say the least. And let's get her started. This is RPL F1 Season 8. We're in round 15 of 22, and we are at the Temple of Speed. That is Monza. As usual, I am Titan Ironwolf on deck, so let's get this show on the road. And here is what we got going on for today. So we have 18 at the moment in this event, but we'll be at 20 because Cookie will be joining in a few minutes. Basically, he'll show up during the qualifying. And also, Bourbon should be showing up during Q3, but could be earlier if he crashes in whatever race he's doing. Now, so last week was in and well, we just got numerous people lagged out. Blue, Benz, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So Blue and Benz just got thrown out. So hopefully Blue Gagi and Benz will be coming back because they just got thrown out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyways, and Fanflo has retired because he is serving his qualifying ban. So anyways, last week was Zandvoort, where Luke wound up collecting RPL, his 40th F1 victory. And that is what we have so far. And anyway, so let's take a look at the results here. So Luke was the winner after post-race qualifying, post-race penalties. Reese wound up collecting second, and Flaw, FRT Flaw, who fortunately is not here today, in his very first RPL race, scored a podium. So, drivers championship wise, so here we go. So, TB, who wasn't here last week, and at the round 13, had a 40-point lead over Scyther. Now that lead has shrunk down to 26 over Reese. Reese is sitting in second right now. Scyther is in third, and quite a ways back is Luke. Luke right now, 50 points behind Scyther for third place. And he is 88 points behind the leader. In the constructors, Red Bull increases their championship lead by 31 points, 429 to 376 over Ferrari. And Mercedes sits in third with 234. And they're still got a comfortable lead over Alpine in fourth. Now we have Jacob, who is out on the track right now. this is what we got going on. So, let's take a look. As we are kicking off with Jacob. Whoa, Jacob gets loose. Oh boy. So he's got to spin the car around. Try again. Let's go to our next one, which is going to be Wavy. Wavy's going to be next. Blue Goggy is back. He's off and he's back on the track. He's off on an outlap. Sam Steed actually set the benchmark. 21.4 for him. So we're on board with Wavy. It's right to 205, heading to the second variant. Here we go into the Lesmos. First one. And second. Now, the Ascari chicane, I would not be surprised if we've seen some invalidations. And also, probably later on in the race, I won't be surprised if we see track limit warnings and penalties in these corners here. Mainly for cars going wide out of the Ascari chicane, but Wavy keeps in track limits. Now, that ain't the only area that we could possibly see track limit warnings and penalties. First Lesmo, even second variant, you could possibly see that potentially as Wavy 21.9. Lewis is gonna have to try again. Cryptic goes to the top with a 20.1. And there's Boss Cookie, so he will come in and take over for the first Aston, so he'll be able to make it in. So with 19 cars in the field, the fan flow out starting last. Now that means only 3 drivers will be eliminated from Q1, and we'll be going into the, and we'll be starting there, and 15 go through to Q2. There he is. Boss Cookie takes over for the Aston. Means the only other person left is Bourbon, but we're gonna have to wait a little while because he is in another race right now. He said he'll make it at the end of Q3, so he should make it in time to at least get into the Aston Martin car and probably get a setup while they're waiting on the grid. Anyways, here comes Red Fire. 20.8 puts him in third place. The Chiller, by the way, 21.1. Scyther, 20.2, only a 10th off of Cryptic's time. TB is off on his lap. And Blue Goggy off on his lap. Jacob back out on an outlap. Going to redo his time after he spun out of the first chicane. We're gonna need, let's see, a sec. That's better. Oh, looks like, well, Blue just abandoned his lap. He must have invalidated somewhere. That's not good. There's TB, the championship leader. Now, TB, he has a comfortable lead, but he's got Reese and now Luke to worry about. Let's see what happens here as he comes across the line. And TB, third fastest, 20.4. Now this is only Q1, so as long as he manages to stay in that top 15, he should be in good shape. Let's see who's next across the line. Well, Jax is just starting his time lapse. Same with Boss Cookie. Blue Goggy, I believe, is just restarting his. Yep, he's in the variant. Second variant. And Jacob is actually in a Scary. Off he goes. Now, Jacob last season wound up getting into a collision, and Boss Cookie has crashed out of the first Lesmo. So that is 2 guys out, so only 2 left, and Jacob 21.0 puts him 5th fastest. That's a 10th ahead of the Chiller. Here's Jaxta. So with Boss Cookie and Fanflow out, that means that basically only 2 drivers are now needed to be eliminated from queue number 1. And like I said, 15 only go through to queue number 2. So here comes Jaxta, and he 20.5. Not a bad run for him. Only 2/10 off his teammate. Now, bear in mind, with Jaxta, he is in Tier 2, trying to challenge the Haas driver of Fanflow, who's in Ferrari in Tier 2, for the World Drivers' Championship. Anyways, here comes Tadpole. And, wow, Tadpole by only 400ths. Top of the board for Q1 right now. But that could change possibly. Reese wound up getting a lap in, even though it's slow, but it's still there. Here's Blonde. And, that's either the Chiller or Jacob going backwards. Blonde's 4th. Okay, that was actually Jacob that spawned and is facing backwards, but he's back in control. There's Luke. Luke would, like I said, last week celebrated 40 wins in F1. Earlier today in F2 has collected 80 RPL League career wins. And let's see what more tallies he's willing to do. Now for 11 or 12 rounds, Luke was hanging in Alpine for a while. Now is looking to be now in the Red Bull, where he had domination in the tier back in season 5, and here he comes, and he puts it into the 19s. 19,960, Lewis Piper 20.011, and Lewis Walker 20.029. So literally second through 5th are separated by 0.09 of a second. Now, the only 2 drivers left to set a lap is Blue Goggy and Benz Pandor. I don't know if Benz Pandor has come back yet. If he hasn't, then someone needs to invite him back. But yeah, he's gonna need to get back in if he hasn't come back yet. Let's see, so Blue Goggy's starting his time lap. Anyways, so TB has called it. TB's 8th. Blonde's called these. Oh, hello. And Blue just took out Jacob. Jacob Red was spun out, tried to get back to the track, and just got creamed over by Blue. Oh man, I just got that. My goodness. Jeez, that was just nuts. Oh, that was just mental. So it looks like we're gonna have, by the looks of it, 14 cars going through to queue number 2. Because, let's see, so yeah, Boss Cookie is out because he crashed into Lesmo. Right here in this curve there, apparently Jacob got himself stuck and Blue clocked him out. Yeah, now we're on board with Reese. He's roaring his way through. So comes out of the corner. Let's see what time he's managed to do. And just gets ahead. It's 19-7. So there is that. So Blue back out onto the circuit. And looks like Benz, I guess apparently because of the disconnect, Benz is not coming back. He did this last week too. Because when he got disconnected in Zandvoort, we did the restart, and when he got disconnected again, he go like, oh well, not gonna bother coming back. One sec. Let's see what Blue's gonna be able to do. One second. Wait a minute. Let's see. Blue Goggy's off on his time. Let's take a look. So let's see what we got. Let's see. So 48 seconds left. So here's what it looks like. So Benz is eliminated. So as long as Blue Goggy sets a faster time of 21.9, he'll be safe and into queue number 2. So let's see if he has the stuff to get himself into there. As Wavy has gone into the pits, he is out. Pretty much everyone has retired except for Blue Gagi. He's the only one. He wants to get out of queue number 1. He wants to get into queue number 2. Can he get it done? And yes, he can. Wavy is eliminated from Q1. Blue Gagi is through. That is the end of that. So Blue Gagi, I mean, he is the last car on the track, so he is allowed to retire on the circuit. He is allowed to, I believe. But he is through. But anyways, despite that, he does have that 5-place grid drop because of it. So, despite getting into Q2 for right now, if Blue Gagi stays where he is in after Q2, he's starting last anyways. But anyway, so there it is. So Blue Gagi is safe. So Wavy, Boss Cookie, Fanflow, Benz Pandor, and Jacob eliminated from queue number 1. We'll be moving on into queue number 2. Alright, so here we are into queue number 2 now. I just had to check, because apparently Ben's, because of him quitting, I was like, I had to check the driver contract rulebook. I was like, can Tadpole really do that? Because Ben's only this is only a second race. Well, I wasn't sure, but check the rulebook. He's allowed to. Oh my goodness, I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating that, no. Anyway, so Luke is first out to start his time lap. Red. Oh, hello. Luke just took out one of the brake marker boards. I think that was accidental, but I don't know. Maybe somebody will be like, hey, you can't do that. Anyways, Luke off to kick it off for the group. But anyways, so let's see what kind of a time he's going to be capable of. Unfortunately, the Chiller is going to be by himself for the Alfa Romeos. Anyways, here we go. So Luke is going to kick it off there, and actually, speaking of the Chiller, he's right behind him. So here we go. Well, here's where things is going to get interesting. I'm wondering who's going to be knocked out of queue number 2, because the field looks pretty stacked. If I had to safely guess, because there's only 4 that we gotta boot out, I'm going to say Sam Steed, Blue Goggy. Those 2 are definitely going to be knocked out of Q2. As Luke sets 19-9 to kick things off. Darius 21-0. TB 19-6. Here comes Jacksta. 20.8. Scyther. 20.6. Cryptic. Restarting. Oh, no, he's on outlap. That's what happened. Here's Lewis. Lewis Walker. And 20.2. Next is, well, Sam's gonna have to redo. He invalidated. Looks like Red Fire has gone. No, he hasn't come back. He hasn't come out yet. Reese is on the. Reese is in the pits. He must have invalidated somewhere. Blonde's coming out. There's Lewis Piper. Here he comes across the line. And 20.2 puts him 4th. And pulls 5th. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is like I said, Blue Goggy, Sam Steed, they're going to be knocked out of Q2. Oop. Lewis must have locked up into turn 1. But anyways, who else do I think is going to get knocked out of Q number 1? I'm going to say probably Red Fire and Jacksta, but it's going to be like too close to say. I think it's going to be too close to say on who's going to be knocked out. It's Cryptic 21-2. He's currently the slowest out of this group right now. There's Sam Steed. He's going to have to redo as well, again. TB has decided 1 and done. That's it for me. Let's go on board with Blonde. Let's go on board with Blonde, see what he's got. Now, Blonde finishing out the season in the Mercedes, as next season Blonde is going to university, so his time racing in RPL is going to be very, very limited. But yeah, Blonde, the Tier 2 Season 6 champion, had perennial runs in Alfa Romeo earlier in the season, had a race in the Ferrari, but Blonde finishing off in the Mercedes, like I said, before he goes off to university, and Blue Cocky has crashed in second variant. There he is. So that is one of my 4 picks out of Q2. Cryptic did improve, but only to 6th place with a 20.4. So he's only 6th and almost 6/10 off of TB's time. Let's see what Blonde is capable of. There we go. As he comes out around Parabolica. Right behind him, just getting out of Ascari, is Red Fire, and right behind him is Reese. Blonde, 20.0, puts him 3rd fastest. Red Fire invalidated, so he's going to have to go another lap, unfortunately. Sam Steed's out on a new lap. That's in yellow, but that's for Cryptic. I believe he's out of fuel, that's why. Almost a 20 flat by Reese. So right now, Red Fire, Sam Steed yet to set a lap, and the Chiller is the slowest car in the Q2 group. And he is facing elimination from Q2. Now Jacksta, Scyther, those guys, they're probably at risk, maybe. I think those guys are at risk, but who knows on what will happen as these guys are coming back in. Looks like Lewis Walker is off for another lap to see if he can improve his 5th place standing. Here's Sam. So here we go as Sam Steed making his way through the Lesmos. Gotta be careful not to invalidate. I believe from what he said that the Ascari does like to bite him in regards to invalidating laps and stuff. So, I mean, like I said, Ascari can really bite you if you're not careful. There's Lewis Walker right behind him. But here comes Sam Steed now into Parabolica. Now with Scyther just finished his lap, he's up in the 2nd place. So Scyther should do enough just to stay safe into queue number 3. Sam Steed, unfortunately, 21.529. He's the slowest now. Lewis Walker, 19.7. So Ref Fire, who's coming out now, needs to get something done in order to see if he could be safe into queue number 3. Here comes Jacksta, and he goes up into 6th place. Now, let's see. So the Chiller. So Red Fire on an out lap, the Chiller on an out lap, Cryptic on an out lap. I wouldn't be surprised if the Alpines decide to come out as well, as those two are at risk of in that relegation zone. We know Blue Gagi is out, unfortunately, because of that 5th place grid drop he's got, where he is in 14th. He will be starting dead last. I'm not sure where Blue Gaki would have been had he kept going and was fine, but unfortunately, he's out. Here we are with Red Fire. Now, crazily speaking of lineups, Red Fire staying with McLaren for next season. Now, F1 Season 9, now there hasn't been much activity in regards to the drivers in there, but I can tell you that off of our list, there he is. I can tell you that off the list, we have only 3 teams yet to have a second driver. Those 3 teams being Aston Martin, Williams, and Haas. Those are the only 3 teams yet to find a second driver. And here comes Cryptic, and he is going to come across the line, and he goes 19.6, only 300ths behind his teammate. Here comes Red Fire. Have the Ascari. Chiller right behind. Now these two, the Chiller and Red Fire, are in the relegation zone to be knocked out of Q2 with just under 2.5 minutes to go. Let's see where they go. Red Fire comes across, and it's only 11th place, and the Chiller has spun out. Uh-oh. Now he's gonna have to do something, because he's gonna have to be careful, because if he needs to do something, because if he didn't spin out, I think he could have seen himself into the top 10, but Now he's got to be careful because he needs to save his fuel to go another lap. Now, Red Fire, unfortunately, he is on a slow lap. If he's got enough in the tank to go for one more lap, he could possibly get himself out of the relegation. I don't know if not the Chiller, because he was right towards the exit of the final corner. I think he's gonna be slower. I think he is gonna be slower, to be honest, unless he does something mega. Oh yeah, he's over a second behind. So yeah, and the Chiller he's got the fuel warning. So the Chiller, unfortunately, he's out. So unfortunately, because of that spin, the Chiller into the pits, he's out, and the Chiller will start in 12th place. So the Chiller eliminated from Q2. Now Sam Steed, my second pick, he is looking to be out. So right now, at this moment, 3 of my 4 picks are in that bottom 4: Blue Goggy, Sam Steed, and Red Fire. My last pick was gonna be Jacksta, but just barely. But at the moment, well, Jacksta's sitting in 7th right now. Now Blonde is sitting in 8th. I mean, wouldn't it be insanely mental if Red Fire or Sam Steed and the Alpines managed to outrun Blonde? Well, let's see. Here comes Tadpole. He goes 4th fastest. Let's see about that's Sam Steed only 11th, and Red Fire is not improving. So looks like Red Fire is going to be eliminated, and Blonde is just going to survive. As Lewis Piper goes 3rd fastest. Yeah, Red Fire 2/10 down in Sector 2. So unless he does something insane and gains like over a second in Sector 3, he would be through. But unfortunately, he's off in the pits. Red Fire is out. So TB Cryptic for Ferrari, Blonde Lewis Walker for Mercedes, Lewis Piper Tadpole in Alpine, as Reese Luke in Red Bull, and then Scyther Jacksta all going through. So I think it's been, I don't even know, how long has it been since we had 5 teams making it through to Q3? Like 5 pairs going through. I don't think it's been done yet. But anyway, so Sam Steed, Red Fire, the Chiller, and Blue Goggy eliminated from Q number 2, and we'll be getting ourselves ready for Q number 3. Okay, so here we go. Cue number 3, and looks like Luke is the first runner. So we're going to focus on him. Let's actually focus on Scyther. Now, Scyther was in Red Bull for the first half of the season. Was demoted to Alpha Tauri because in favor of Luke coming in and taking on his Red Bull team principal. But anyways, it looks like Luke had a yellow flag somewhere, but I'm not sure why. Anyways, well, let's pull up the telemetry here. Let's go for a ride along with Scyther. See what he's willing to do for his time lap. Here we go. Comes out of the Parabolica, riding right by that white line, and off he goes down the straight. See what kind of speed he's willing to roar down to the first braking zone. About 216 into the first variant. Nice and easy on that power. Already off and away. Now into Curva Grande. Nice and easy. Looking close to about 205 into the second variant. Ooh. I think a little rough exit in turn number 5. But here he goes out of the Lesmos, now onto the second DRS zone. And here he comes into the Ascari. That is not bad. Whoa, gets really squirrely and loose and invalidates because of it. Wowee. But that was a scary moment for Scyther there. What the? Huh? Wait, what? Tadpole retired. Tadpole retired. TB retired. I didn't even see the notifications of that. How? What happened? What happened? I didn't even see it. Oh, they both crashed. You gotta be kidding me. Apparently TB got beached. And then apparently Tadpole clocked him out. Oh, that's unfortunate. So TB will be starting in 10th place. Tadpole starting in 9th. There's TB's tire. So Luke fastest, 19.1. Reese, 19.4. Cryptic, 20.3. Lewis Walker has to do a new lap. Scyther, 20.1. Lewis Piper, 20.0. Between the Lesmos. Okay. Well, what area is he talking about? Let's see. Well, let's take a look at what Scyther means. Let's take a look at Scyther. Maybe let's see what it means there. But there's Lewis. Off he goes. He said in between the grass and the Lesmo. The track and the grass between the Lesmos. So track and grass. Oh, I think he knows. I think I know what he means. Like right around there, on the inside. If it's there, then apparently between the Lesmos, TV bottomed down and got beached. That's what happened. Well, that's unfortunate there, but anyways, here's Lewis Walker. And Lewis Walker off into the pits. And now we wait. Cryptic. Well, Cryptic's off on to start a new lap. So Cryptic off on the start. So yeah, so apparently the little tiny straight between the first and the second Lesmos, apparently TB got beached, and it resulted in Tadpole wound up nowhere to, apparently was taking a look at his delta and wasn't paying attention to the circuit, and crashed into TB. So TB is gonna have some work to do in the main race. Looks like Cryptic has abandoned his lap by the looks of it. So taking a look at there. Did he abandon? Yes, he did. Yeah, he did abandon it. So I think he's going to try again the next time. So anyway, so Cryptic's gonna be trying again. Scyther is out on deck. Anyway, so with these developments, this is what I'm thinking with the top three from qualifying. No particular order. Luke pole, Reese second, Lewis Piper third. That's what I'm thinking is going to be the top three. Cryptic is going to be very close, but I think he's just going to be nipped of third by Lewis Piper. That's what I'm thinking is what's going to happen. Here we go. So Cryptic actually, he improved, but only by like a couple tenths, and that was it. Well, now he's going even faster now. over 3/10 in Sector 1. So that's going to put him close to third. See what he's capable of. Now let's see what it's like in Sector 2. 2/10. As Scyther goes third fastest. Scyther goes third fastest. There's a Red Bull over there. That's Luke. And I think Cryptic ran out of fuel at the worst possible second. So Cryptic, unfortunately, stuck in 6th place, and it's gonna be falling even worse than that. Anyways, here's Lewis Walker. Here he comes across the line, and it is 4th fastest. There's Blonde now. Stays 5th. Reese. Well, it would have been pole, but he invalidated. So Luke has claimed pole position. That's kind of nuts. And wow. And Luke into the 18s. So there it is. Luke pole by over a quarter of a second. Reese is third, and Lewis Piper second. So now we move on to the race, and Bourbon is here. But yeah, so not caring about the Benz Pandor because he's going to be AI, so he's done. And looks like we should be fine. I don't see any other lag. Any other lag outs, so looks like we're in good shape. So let's take a look at our... We'll go into the race director section, and let's get you the grid as we go all the way to the back and go all the way up to the front. So, back row, it is going to be Bourbon and Blue Goggy. They are going to be inheriting the back row. This guy we don't care about because he quit and didn't bother to come back. So, Fanflow is by himself in row number 9. Row 8 is Boss Cookie and Wavy Knife. Then it is an Alfa Romeo, row 7 with Jacob and the Chiller. Row 6, Red Fire and Sam Steed. After crashing and after being crashed out, Tadpole and TB make up row number 5. Jacksta and Cryptic make up row number 4. Is a Mercedes row 3, Blonde and Lewis Walker. Scyther and Reese making up the second row. And row number 1, it is Luke and Lewis Piper. So this is going to be interesting. So here we go to kick off the race itself. So 5 lights are going to come on, and we'll be kicking off the Italian Grand Prix. And we're off and away. Looks like it is a rocketing start by Luke. As they head off into turn number 1, and we have cars figured out. Ooh, Reese slides into turn number 1 and loses second to Lewis Piper, and has to gather it back to try to get up in there. But there's Lewis Walker ahead of Scyther, gets himself up in there, and look at Cryptic clearing Blonde, gets up in the 6th place. TB clears Jackson to get up in the 8th, but he's fighting back, and a little tap and a tap, and TB gets the place back. We're on board with Blonde, and little bump there, but anyway, we got trouble. That is Sam Steed around. Sam Steed's gone around in the Lesmo. And Boss Cookie gets into the penalty club, corner cutting, gaining a place. 5-second penalty for Boss Cookie. So Boss Cookie immediately into the penalty club, to say the least. My goodness. But anyways, Jacob and the Chiller switching over. Reese and Lewis Piper swapping up. TB trying to fight. And Red Fire's crashed. We're going to have a VSC to kick off this Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the tires, because if I saw it right, no way. Luke is opting for softs to kick it off. Luke is doing soft tires to kick it off. He's going to be doing a soft to hard run, most likely. Let's see. Reese, Lewis Walker, Cryptic, Jacob, DeChiller, Boss Cookie, Fanflow, Wavy. They are on the medium tires. Everyone else is on the hard tires. I'm not including Benz, because Benz don't exist. Bugagi, Sam Steed, and Bourbon, they want to pit him. So that is that there. So VSC is... Oh, wait, no, it's a safety car. We do have a safety car. Oh, we do have a safety car. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. Now, if I had to think this, if I had to think of Luke, I think Luke, what's going to happen is, Wavy just got himself a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, because he passed Benz. That's what happened. Yep, Luke is going to be going into the pits. He'll go onto the hard compound tire, and he'll be on the hard compound tire for the remainder of the event. That's probably what he's going to be doing. Oh, mediums. Huh. Is Luke No, I don't think Luke... Is Luke going to be able to do 25 laps on those medium tires? Is it possible he can? I mean, can he? To be fair, it's Luke, so... Not sure. Anyway, so, well, we'll reset the field for ya. So, here's what we got. So, it is Reese, the leader, Lewis Piper in second, Lewis Walker in third, Scyther 4, Cryptic 5, Blonde 6, TB 7, Jackson 8th, Tadpole 9, and Jacob is sitting in 10th place. The rest of the field, it is DeChiller in 11th, Wavy in 12th, Fabflow 13th, Luke in 14th, Boss Cookie 15, Lugog 16, Sam Steed 17, and Bourbon is sitting in 18th. We only have one driver out, that being Red Fire. Ben's Pandora, I mean, yes, you see on screen he's 14th, but he's AI because he's a quitter. He basically doesn't exist. Oh, apparently, Luke was gonna be starting on the hard just like everybody else, but just like most of the field. But apparently the game bugged. Apparently the game bugged on Luke and it gave him the wrong tires. I'm not sure what. I don't know what happened to Red Fire. Well, actually, he's talking, so we'll see what happens. How did Red Fire crash out? That's the question. How did he crash? We'll find out in like a minute because he's typing an essay. We'll find out in like 15 minutes probably. Well, safety car is in this lap, so Reese in control of the field. Anyway, so apparently, according to Red Fire, Mercedes Academy at the back can't race, so I guess an Aston Martin or Williams got him. They were doing so much weaving and blocking to hold him back, and then apparently during one of the blocks, Fan Flow hit the back of Red Fire, taking him out of the event. See when Reese is gonna go. There he goes, right at the start of the pit lane entry. We're off and away, back underway in Monza. So here we go. As we head up into turn number 1, Cryptic battling with Scyther to muscle his way in the 4th place, and he gets it done. And we got contact between the Lord, we got bits and pieces flying everywhere. We saw, looks like Jacob got snap understeer, and Fanflow went for a joyride ride with him. TB gets past Jacksta to get into 7th place. Oh God. I mean, we did see that. We just saw the rear of Jacob's Alpha just snap off on him, and Fanflow just an unfortunate pass. Anyways, Luke gets past Tadpole, gets himself back into the points. Now, Luke, I think what's probably going to happen is he's probably going to be on this set of mediums for the rest of the event. Anyways, Boss Cookie immediately into the penalty club as Luke, Jackson just lets him by, and Luke up into 8th place, while TB is right ahead of him. And looks like the Chiller's off into the pits. That's not good for the Chiller. And Jacob is in as well. So Alfa Romeo not having a good day. And here we go. We're on board with Luke as he's reeling in TB. Now Luke spent half of the season in Alpine, was hanging in the top 5, in the top 7 pretty much the entire season. Now he's up in the 4th place. And looks like with him in the Red Bull, Luke is definitely looking for a 4th RPL F1 championship, and to go for RPL League Championship number 8. Reese about half a second clear of Lewis Piper, 1 second clear of Lewis Walker. So Reese has Lewis and Lewis behind him. As Luke saw an opportunity, thinking maybe I'll go for a shot there, but decides to hold off. Luke going on to the inside against TB, and gets the fastest lap of the event too. And Luke is up in the 7th place. So here we go. DRS is now enabled. Tadpole is in the points in 10th place. Got a good gap between him and the 11th place car, which is Blue Goggy. Blue Goggy, by the way, is the lone driver for Williams. Fanflow is in the pits. Wavy's in the pits, and Wavy's gonna have to serve that 5-second that he got for ignoring yellow flags. And Chiller is back in the pits again. So probably for the guys that just pitted, Fanflow, Jacob, guys like that, as Luke clears Blonde, gets himself in the 6th. Anyway, those guys are probably going to be would like to hope for another safety car and try to regain what they have lost. Anyways, TB up against Blonde, but Blonde putting on the block. Here goes TB down the inside. We have trouble. That is plus Cookie spun out of the exit of Ascari. And TB gets ahead of Blonde. And is trying to get himself trying to keep Blonde back. He does so. TB stays in 7th right now. Cryptic trying to reel in Lewis Walker to get 3rd place in line. But can't seem to see a chance for it. 3 wide shot. Actually, those guys had a collision. Got Blue Goggy, Bourbon, and Sam had a collision together. They were all ghosting around. Anyways, Scyther harassing Cryptic now. This is a fight for 4th place. And actually, Cryptic lost a lot of time to Lewis Walker. I think Cryptic must have had had a problem in the 2nd variant. Is right behind him. So Scyther, he'd love to get past Cryptic and try to stay in that top 5 in the standings. But with Luke right behind, I think Luke is gonna probably get past. Scyther's gonna have to let Luke pass and let Luke hunt down Cryptic instead. Now Cryptic out of ERS, which means he is vulnerable to not only one but both of the Red Bull cars, and Luke overtakes both of them. Cryptic falls to 6th place. Scyther trying to fight back. We go into 2nd variant. But Cryptic maintains it. And there's TB now getting himself into the picture. Scyther just a little wobble in the first Lesmo. These guys are just tearing apart their ERS. Scyther and Cryptic. These guys have absolutely none. Behind, TB's got 50%. I think Scyther's playing the ERS mind games to prevent Cryptic from doing a attack back on Luke. But now TB's back in it. TB is probably gonna get past his teammate, and Cryptic moves over, and Cryptic is back into place to let his teammate by TB up in the 5th place. We're on lap 10 of this Grand Prix. Now, bear in mind, Luke, I was spectating TB on that one, but anyways. And whoa, Lewis Walker had a little slide in the entry. He keeps the car together. Luke has actually got himself into DRS range against Lewis Walker. Oh, we got trouble. That is Jacob crashed. Jacob has crashed in the Parabolica. There he is, just like Leclerc did in 2020. Jacob pulled a Leclerc-style crash. Now, crazily enough, we saw it in F2, another Leclerc-style crash. We saw it in F2. Was that the crash? But he crashed in the castle, and now Jacob has crashed in the. Now Jacob has crashed in the outside of Parabolica. Anyways, everyone's getting their times in. Everyone's pitting. So unfortunately, Cryptic, because of the double stack, he's lost quite a bit of spots. He was in 5th. Now Cryptic's fallen to 8th because of that double stack. Now TB did jump Luke though, because Luke wound up getting affected by a double stack with Reese. And Jacob had just filed in, just said that he just wound up getting oversteer and lost complete control of the car. It was out of his control. There was nothing he could do. Anyway, so let's reset this field now. So here we go. So Reese is the leader. Lewis Piper is 2nd. Lewis Walker is 3rd. TB 4th. Scyther in 5th. Luke is 6th. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if those two wind up switching, so Luke can be right behind TB. Blonde is in 7th. Cryptic is in 8th. Tadpole 9, and Jacksta is sitting in 10th place. Now, the rest of the field, we have Blue Gagi in 11th. Sam Steed in 12th. Ben Spondor, he's 13th, but who gives a crap? We don't care about him, he's a quitter. Boss Cookie is 13th, Bourbon 14, Wavy 15, Vanflow 16, and the Chiller is sitting in 17th. Now, so this is going to be interesting because Luke has pitted for a second set of medium tires. Yeah, so Luke is pitted for a second set of medium tires. So he'll have fresh medium tires to kick it off, but here's the thing, quite a few of these guys actually will have that. Reese, Lewis Piper, Scyther, TB, Blonde, those guys all have fresh medium tires. Lewis Walker, Cryptic, they're on fresh hards though, so I mean those two, they could be at risk to say the least. But now let's take a look at the biggest movers and shakers of this event. So right now, our biggest mover right now is Blue Gagi. Started dead last because of that penalty he got after colliding with Jacob in qualifying. He is up to 11th, gaining 8 spots. And then it is then we got TB, who started 10th. He is up into 4th place. So that is your biggest movers. That's your biggest movers. Now the biggest losers at the moment, well, it's a 3-way tie between Luke, Sam Steed, and DeChiller, losing 5 spots. Now currently, off of this roster, only 3 drivers are still in the same position that they started this racing. Lewis Piper, Cryptic, and Tadpole. And, oh, Lewis Walker just spun out. Well, Lewis Walker just spun out. So he's now in 7th now. Oh boy. So Lewis Walker just spun out of third place. That put TV up into third now. Oh boy. Yeah, so Lewis Walker spins from third place. He's now in seventh. That's unfortunate. That is super unfortunate there. Shambolic. As Lewis just said. He said the game is shambolic. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see on what happens. Now when the safety car comes in, I would not be surprised if Scyther doesn't move for Luke. I think what Scyther's going to do is for the first two laps before before the DRS comes available, Scyther is going to Scyther is probably going to is going to make TB use all of his ERS, which is then going to make him vulnerable to Luke. That is the possibility. But once we cross the line and get back underway in this Italian Grand Prix, we'll be at the halfway point of this event. He's kicking off on lap 13 of this race, and Reese has taken off. We're off and away, back underway in Monza. There comes Reese is running off for the lead as actually Scyther moves over for Luke already. So Luke has decided to just bolt off and just try to pressure TB. At the moment right now, Luke has the fastest lap of the event. So right now, at this moment, Reese is going to be gaining 10 points on TB. So that means those two will only be separated by 16 points going into round 16. Now Reese is leading on, has had the lead since, pretty much since the second lap. Because on lap 1, Luke led it, but then wound up pitting because of the first safety car, courtesy of Red Fire Tiger crashing. But Lewis Piper still sitting in second, so Lewis Piper is actually doing pretty decently strong, to say the least, in this event. Lewis Piper, if my memory's right, Lewis Piper is going to F1 next season. Yes, he is. He's going to be partnering Red Fire in the McLaren car. Lewis Piper pulling out a storm here. Reese actually just got fastest lap now, which means now Reese is going to be 15 points behind TB. Taking a look at the ERSs here, so Reese has 30%, Lewis Piper 29%. TB and Luke are hanging in the 50s So Reese and Lewis are burning more ERS than TB and Luke are. Scyther is in the 50s, Blonde's in the 30s, and Lewis Walker is also in the 50s as well. But anyways, as these guys are rocketing off, Luke is, TB is hanging his ERS in the low 60s to upper 50s, while Luke is, whoa, someone just went off. That's Lewis Walker. Lewis Walker goes flying off. And he's gone to the back of the field. And he's quit. Yes, he did. He quit. He just left the session. And now TB and Luke switch it up. So now Luke up in the third place. TB. I think TB's playing the strategy. Playing a strategy, I think. Anyways, Fanflo just cleared both Wavy and the Chiller to get himself in the 12. he's gone. He's left the session, I think. Yes, he has. So Lewis Walker is out. So we have 3 retirements now in this event. I mean, technically Lewis is retired, but he's still on the track. So, but yeah, Lewis gone off, and that is the end of him. And whoa, Blue Gagi has crashed in the variant. Is trying to stay in tune with Luke. Luke is burning his ERS to catch Lewis Piper. Right now, with TB sitting in 4th, Reese is now going to be gaining 14 points, which will put in 12 points of TB for the championship. As TB just trying to keep on keeping on to try to stay in it. And we have another incident. That's Blue still. But Jack's oh, we have a VSC. We have a VSC. I think that's because Blue has... Yes, he has no wing. That's why. So large amount of debris on the track. So Blue... So that sparks a second VSC. Well, hopefully it won't turn into a 3rd safety car. But the red fire incident was a VSC. That turned into a safety car. Jacob's crash in Parabolica. That was a safety car. And then Blue Gagi crashing in the Ascari chicane. That is there. It looks like Reefy just spun in the second variant. That second variant is just really catching a lot of these guys off today. We've had beach cars, we had spins, we had smacks. Everything's gone wrong here. We're off with Luke now, as he is chasing Lewis Piper down. This is going to be for 2nd place, and Lewis Piper, I believe he just decided it's not my fight, and Lewis Piper lets Luke through. Luke is up in the 2nd place now. Now Reese. Now here's the thing. Luke's got Reese ahead. Now Reese is close for the championship. Luke is the team principal, so there's probably going to be team orders playing in. There could be team orders playing in. We'll have to wait and see on it as TV. Now looking to try to reel in Lewis Piper to get by him and get in the 3rd. Further back, Jackson is pressuring Cryptic for 8th right now. And Cryptic's struggling to get past Tadpole for 7th. There we go. So TB just trying to reel in Lewis Piper. And have to be careful not to burn too much ERS. See if TB can try to warrant to go for a shot to get that 3rd place. He's in the slipstream. Is he willing to go for the shot? He's thinking of it, but decides not to. So TB is still gonna have to wait a little while longer in order to get past Lewis Piper for the 3rd place spot. Anything is possible that can happen in this event. But anyways, Scyther still hanging comfortably in 5th place right now. I think he might now. Looking at losing 3rd to Luke. Nope, he's not, because Luke is 50 points behind Scyther, and right now at the moment, Luke is only going to be gaining 8 points on Scyther. Now, that's just that. So, but the focus is Reese against TB. At the moment, it is right now. It's still Yeah, it is still 14 points between those two. TB is looks like he's closer, but unfortunately, he's stuck in that DRS train, so he can't do anything at this moment. TV is gonna have to think out of the box and just wait on mistakes by Lewis Piper to try to steal that position. Whoop, little lag spike by Lewis Piper by Jacksta. Fanflo, by the way, he's up in the 10th place. Now Fanflo had a quali ban to kick it off. And now he's hanging on in the final play in the points place. Fanflo is in Ferrari Tier 2 just to the end of the season, and then he moves to Alfa Romeo F1 next season. TB, he better keep his composure and try not to lose his composure while trying to catch Lewis Piper. Lewis Piper has actually decided to engage the ERS. Now, here's the thing. Right. So you only look at the thing. Lewis Piper is Alpine F1, but Lewis Piper has experience with the Red Bull camp, so even though he's Alpine, I think Lewis Piper is playing the loyalty game with the Red Bulls. That's what I'm thinking is probably what the case is. And that is the case. That's actually some decent strategies there. Now Jackson's in the pits. That's Jackson in the pits. Did he? Oh, I'm not sure what happened. Wait. Oh, that's Blue Gaggy that spun. So Blue Gaggy's now a lap down. Okay. I was like, wait, did someone at the front spin out? But no, it's Blue Gaggy. But now Blue Gaggy's officially a lap down. What the? Okay. What the? Okay. Disclaimer. I had no involvement with that, but we just saw Blue Gaggy intentionally crash out on the track. Try to cause a safety car, I think. But what the? Okay. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Did not expect that at all. Like, what the hell was that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways. So, Luke is now on Reese. And I think they might switch, possibly. But we'll have to wait and see on that, because TV is still trying to get past Lewis Piper, but Lewis Piper just will not surrender, still staying very close in a tow with these two. And Fanflo now in the penalty box. And that's not good, because that's going to eliminate Fanflo out of the points. Because he's 2.2 seconds clear to Chiller. And wait, no, the Chiller's got a penalty too. Okay, never mind. So Sam Steve will get himself into the points, and Fanflo will only get 1 point. Jackson's in the penalty club now. I think Jackson must have crashed or something. I think that's what happened. Stand by. I think we're good. Yes. Okay, cool. Anyways, but still, the train up front is just not showing any signs of relenting, but Lewis Piper is actually losing some time to Luke. And that actually may work for TB, because if Lewis Piper is tiring, that means TB could probably is like smelling blood. He'll be ready to attack. Actually, I think he is. I think he is going for the attack. And Reese is just being harassed. Reese is just being super pressured by Luke. And Lewis Piper just kicks the ERS into overdrive. And looks like, yep, Luke has gone into the lead. And that, well, unfortunately, just to say, in TB's case, that's the relief, because TB is now going to lose only 6 points to Reese in the standings. And also only round 14 in this, but did the Red Bull swap between Luke and Reese? In the long run, could that compromise Reese's championship chances? That's the question there, to say the least. TB is just not having a good time. He can't seem to catch Lewis Piper, because we did see at one point Lewis Piper was almost 6 miles an hour faster. Almost 6 miles an hour faster before turn one. Oh no! Luke is spun out! Luke is spun out! Oh my god! No! Oh no! And look at Lewis Piper! Lewis Piper's going for the lead! Oh my god! Oh baby! Oh no! Luke is spun out of the lead! Lewis Piper trying to capitalize for the lead, and now TV's in there. Oh my god. Lewis Piper said, how unlucky can I get? Luke just says, hold my beer. I'll show you how unlucky you can get. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, but with only 3 to go, with 2.5 laps to go, now it's anybody's game now. Lewis Piper could, maybe if he wants to, Lewis Piper could fight for the win. When's the last time Alpine won a race? I mean, I checked the stats, but I'm too focused on this. Oh, TB's going for it. He might go for it. He's there. Lewis Piper's fighting. Oh my goodness, this is freaking mental. Lewis Piper is getting help from Reese, but that compromises him into turn 1. Yeah, TV up in the second. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Tadpole now at the cryptic too, but who cares about the fights in the bag? This is the fight. This is the fight here. Now Reese is looking for his first win since Hungary. TB's last win was all the way back in Imola. TB's last win all the way back in Imola, so TB is like starved for a win. Man, this is gonna be a brawl. This is gonna be a brawl for the win. Oh my goodness, I think TB's gonna go for an insane shot down into turn 1. Someone spun. Oh, right, that's Wavy. Wavy spun out. Here we go, final lap. This is getting freaking mental. Oh my god, my heart is racing just watching this. Oh my goodness, there goes TB on the outside. He's getting out the inside into turn 2. He's got it, maybe. Oh. Oh, Reese got... Uh-oh. Oh, Reese got turned out worse. Did Reese get forced off? If Reese did get forced off, TV is gonna get penalized, I think. But now Lewis Piper's in the lead. Holy hell. I knew the shot into turn 1 was gonna happen, but I'm not sure what the heck happened. Oh, Lewis Piper gets loose. TV is gonna be now or never in a parabolica. That's what's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. I think that's what's gonna be. Lewis TV's gonna have to do a shot in a parabolica. Oh my goodness! But no. TV's out of ERS. He can't do it. Lewis Piper's gonna get a win. Lewis Piper's gonna win. You gotta be kidding me. Lewis Piper is gonna win for Alpine. He did it. Lewis Piper wins. TV second, Reese third, Luke fifth, Seither 4. Holy hell. Oh my freaking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy hell. Blonde 6, Cryptic 7, Tapple 8, Samsty 9, Fanflow in 10th. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so it looks like Reese tried to squeeze TV into him backing out, and I think TV bounced off the corner. I think he bounced off the curb. I think that's what happened. Wowee, but Lewis Piper just picked up the win. Oh, there it is. So Lewis Piper the winner. Reese in second. TB second, Reese third, but I think Reese is going to get that. TB is going to plummet to fifth, unfortunately. But, wow. Reese, so Scyther 4, Luke 5, Blonde 6, Cryptic 7, Tadpole 8, Samsty 9, Fanflow in 10th. My goodness. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Well, that's going to conclude the stream for today. Wow. I'm still at a loss on everything that happened. So, let's take a look at the calendars here. So, let's see. F1 Tier 2 Friday, they're going to be at Austria for that event. F2 is going to be at Silverstone for next week. And then F1, it's actually going to be Singapore for round... Oh, it's round 16. Did I put this round 14? Oh, God, did I put it... Okay, no, I put it at 15. Okay. So, Singapore's round 16. But anyways, RPL Streams to sign off while saying good night. Have a good one.